Hey there guys, Sherman here, playing some more Men of War Assault Squad 2. This time playing an awesome mod. Someone converted some Assault Squad 1 missions into Assault Squad 2 missions, which basically means that you can now play them in Assault Squad 2, which of course is something I just said. This mission really was interesting to me. I played a little bit of it, loved every second of it, so I'm gonna try and show you guys a good time playing this mod for Assault Squad 2. Basically, you have to hold the train or defend the train station. First off, you have to wait for 10 minutes for the Soviets to attack. You can set up your defense, and after that, you have to hold for about 35 to 40 minutes, I believe, for the train to leave, and in that case, you are victorious. Now, you get a Panzer IV, a Panther, and a Stug. You get some infantry, and that's about it. There's like no special stuff. You just get this, and that's it. You cannot call anything in. You're just gonna have to make do what you have. So, as a good Assault Squad player, as a good Man of War player will do, he will use his rifleman. I'm gonna just single out my rifleman for a little bit, so I can make use of them easily. Okay, that's a couple, and then we're gonna have these two. I like using a rifleman to man emplacements because I think riflemen are the least useful. I mean, their rifles are pretty good at a distance, but I still prefer using. Let's see, can I man this machine gun? No, I'm gonna man that machine gun. I prefer using riflemen to man emplacements over SMG infantry, because SMG infantry has an extra grenade, and they actually have an AT grenade as well. And I just think that SMG infantry is a better infantry unit overall than the rifleman. So let's see, we have a couple riflemen. We're just going to send this guy over to the truck. Actually, no, that's not something we need to do. Just gonna send these. One is gonna go in here, and he's gonna unattach, undetach, unattach, unattach, detach. That's a freaking worm. I'm so dumb. Sorry guys, I just woken up. So he's gonna detach that gun. It's going to get in the gun as well, and we're gonna move the pack up to the hill here, which is quite a good spot. I played this once for about 15 odd minutes. Figured out what kind of game, what kind of map it was. Really liked the idea. I like these like defensive maps. So you just have nothing to do. Just defend, 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 and I like that myself. So we're gonna unload these Panzer Grenadiers with the STG 44s or Sturmgewehr 44s or MP 44s. Just depends on what you want to call them. Which actually the STG 44 was the father of the AK 47. Little known fact. Now we're just going to give all of these a Panzerfaust or two. There we go. Oh no. Okay, that doesn't work apparently. Come on, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna have this. Let's go manually then. Oh, come on. Sometimes this game is just a little bit of a bitch and you need to do it yourself. There we go. It's gonna get the last. Alright. And we're going to give these guys some extra ammo. Because these are these have weapon proficiency of 4, which is the best weapon proficiency. Which just means that they have like the best accuracy overall. Going to let these guys not use these stupid smoke grenades, give them all the ammo that's available to them, and give them a couple of, okay, there you go. So these guys are very, very heavily armed right now with Panzerfaust, AT grenades, all kinds of good stuff. When I place them back here, the Panther's just going to sit here, and I'm not really trying to defend the first line. There's going to be a heavy artillery strike soon, which will probably decimate the entire first line pretty much anyway. I love watching this. Just the SG-404, such a nice gun. So we have a couple units back here still. We have the Pack 40 that's been moving up to there. We have a sniper over here that's going to sit on that sandbag wall. We're going to get 2 riflemen right here to man a machine gun here and take that with them. There's going to be one more rifleman squad to man the 84mm. I think that's an 84mm mortar. Maybe I think it is. Let's see. Oh, of course, it doesn't say there. I think this was the 84mm mortar. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. Pretty sure it was. So there's no more riflemen left, so I'll just use one SMG infantry. I'll have these guys go here. And of course, they're hidden behind the sandbags, so I have to manually do this. It's not a big problem. There's actually a soundtrack. Oh, swastika. I'm not sure if I can show this in Germany, but swastikaception. Okay. Basically, there's a soundtrack on this map, which is basically just a Medal of Honor soundtrack, like the very first Medal of Honor soundtrack. But I'm pretty sure that I'll get copyright infringement stuff if I like let it play in the background. So I sadly enough cannot do that. So I mean, you have to like I have to do it myself. No, but that's the only downside. Like of some mods, they have some awesome music, and I cannot let you guys hear that because I'll get copyright infringement or whatever probably. Don't want to risk it anyway. This Panzer IV is going to sit in reserve back here behind the building, so they have to shoot through the building, which will decrease the kinetic power of a shell, which in turn, of course, will decrease the chance of it penetrating the Panzer IV when it actually hits it through the building. Now we have about, what, maybe 12 guys left? Let's see. Yeah, exactly 12 guys, because that's 10. So that's 2 SMG guys. We'll get these guys all in a... Is in a bunker? I'm not sure that's a good idea, is it? Maybe it is. There's a machine gunner in there already. Ooh. We're gonna get another MG gunner. Make him go fully stocked up on machine gun ammo. Ooh, I love this. There's a lot of stuff in the truck. We could use that later on, maybe. Let that guy go inside the bunker. Now, this is the only thing I hate assaults or like men of war, where putting a guy inside a building is probably the most annoying thing to do. Right, so we have a machine gunner going there. There's another machine gunner here that needs to get some ammo. This guy's gonna get ammo from the truck, because there's not gonna be enough in the truck for both of them. Actually, there would have been enough for both of them. Well, what do you have here? More MG ammo. Alright. A couple of Panzerniggers. Just gonna have these guys sit over... I'm gonna split these up. 4 guys are gonna sit over yonder, which is a pretty funny term. Over here. No, just gonna set these sit over there. We're gonna have these with a machine gunner sit over here. And we're gonna have these with an MG gunner sit machine gun gunner. Is that even a thing? And we're gonna have these sit up front, which is probably the worst spot to be in for them, but we'll figure something out. There's an IS-2 defending here, so you don't want to push up, because that thing will wreck you with its 122mm D5, isn't it? D25. 2 minutes left on the clock. We have an officer back here. I like having the officer back. I could always... Actually, I'm going to have these 2 SMG guys man the flak, just in case they might pull through. I'll pull the machine gunner way up in this bunker, actually. Or it's going to do a better job, I guess, if I can put him in there. Can I put him in there? No. Let's put him in the... There we go. So we have a quite good defensive line. We have a Stuka Panzer IV and a Panther ready. Gonna speed up the time, which is only possible in single player games, so don't even try to do this in multiplayer or LAN games. Just doing this so this Soviet attack thing goes by faster. So we have quite a decent defense, I would say. We have a couple of infantry over here, Panther in here, waiting just to flank shot stuff that's going to come from here. We have a pretty big defensive line, and we're going to have to hold the train for the next 35 minutes. So here comes the Russians. Now, if you would have the music enabled, which I don't, you could hear the "Ura! Ura!" the guys, the Russians screaming and, like building up the charge. Sadly enough, that's probably also copyright infringed, because if I would do that, you would still hear the music, which would probably still get me a copyright infringed, and you guys couldn't even watch this at all. So just imagine there's like, 50 or 100 Russians screaming "Ura! Ura!" for the next 2 minutes or like next minute. And I forgot to turn off my Steam. Hello Kitty, what's up? That's pretty funny. So let's see. We have a couple of these. No, this is just it's a defense line. I don't even know. Like, this is just done, to stop you from, well, basically spawn killing. personally, I don't know this gun is a Russian's gun. Maybe it's a Japanese gun. I didn't know the Russians had a 57 mil. Could be that I'm just wrong. Could be though. I'm not sure. So here it comes. Here comes the entire Russian charge. Just one tank member. No, there's gonna be like armored cars and T-34s and stuff like that. I'm playing this on hard. Figure playing on normal or easy would be a little bit too easy. I was hoping to get a little bit of a challenge out of this one. So we're gonna have to set up this machine gun over here. The Panzer Grens. There we go. I'm gonna have this guy plant some camo. There we go. Just for the heck of it. T-3485 with the 85 ZIS 50 free gun. Pretty damn decent gun. Really dangerous gun in this game. Very powerful tank. The armor is 90 millimeters thick. I personally just love the look of the T-34s. I'm not a big fan of them, like, you know, historical wise or like what they could do wise. How do you say that? Ability wise, but just like aesthetically, they're just amazing. I don't know, like, they're just so nice. The same thing goes for the Panther, if you ask me. I mean, there's not much going on, so just look at the Panther a little bit. The Panthers look so nice. I don't know what it is about them. I'm gonna turn this off for a second so it looks even better. I know what it is about the Panthers, but I've been to Overloon, which is a museum like half an hour from my house, and they had a real life Panther there, and it was so huge. I mean, I knew the Panther was huge, don't get me wrong. I mean, I knew how big that was big, but this was just enormous. Also, they just blew up the entire thing here, basically, which is kind of sad. But no, this is just, look at this. It's just, if you put infantry next to this, it seriously isn't as impressive in this game as it is in real life. Like, I'm pretty close. I'm thinking like I'm 6 feet 2, which is like 1 meter 90 centimeters in real life. This tank is like, I mean, in real life, I'm about as high as this. Seriously, the tank is enormously huge, and it's just so impressive. And I can understand why Americans in the Second World War had the tire phobia, which is, you know, afraid of tigers or afraid of panthers. I mean, these were huge, seriously huge tanks. So in the meanwhile, as SU-100 has arrived, the Panzer IV took out its main gun, so it's pretty much rendered useless right now, just charging our lines, hoping to get some cover, I suppose. And we put some flank shots into the SU-100, hopefully the shot will kill its engine or the crew. Next shot will be able to kill the crew part right there. Another crew injured. You can see right there that the hull has been breached, and there goes the ammunition load. I'm going to pull the Stuke back because I don't want to risk it. Pull the Stuke back, and we've already defended for about 5 minutes. Here comes another T-3485. Our right flank is still secure. There's a lot more infantry coming in. Red Guards as well, armed with PPSHs of multiple variants, armed with an MG, a DP-27, I believe that it's called. We just call it a D Pizza Pan, or the D Pizza Fryer, because it has that weird kind of circular magazine on top right there, and it just reminds me of a pizza. I mean, you cannot say it sounds like a pizza, because a pizza doesn't really make sound, I guess. But also, the Panzer IV just got annihilated by the T-3485. Luckily, we still have a little flak Panzer Wirbelwind that's over there. There's the IL-2 fire rockets, and it's gonna crash. Oh god, that was close. A little bit of lag there. Probably the map being kind of laggy right there. You have to kill this T-34 if you want to ensure victory on the left flank. The SU-100 just took the shell. It's now also tracked, so it's not going to do that too much to me anymore. I do want to kill this tank because it's going to keep firing. Switching to APCR. Basically, APCR is closer range than AP shells, but it does a lot more damage. It doesn't do much more damage, but it penetrates a lot more, because I believe the shell has like a there it is. It's smaller. It also is of another material than the armor piercing shells. It also costs a lot more to produce. So that's why tanks in real life, like tankers, didn't have like a million of these shells. But they're very good at penetrating armor apparently, and they're a very valuable thing. Like a Steward can kill a tiger with an APCR shell. If you know like where to aim, especially like if it's the back of the tank, or like the engine, or like an armor part of the tank, can be really easy to penetrate using APCR. Now there's SU-100 here, which he can easily outgun me in the Stug, so I'm gonna have to rush this guy and hopefully get a shot on his gun. There it is, the main gun damage. I always go for main gun damages on these SUs. You just aim for the little kind of turret thingy here. That's the one that moves the gun up and down. That is pretty much a guaranteed kill, or at least a guaranteed main weapon damage, which basically means they cannot use the gun of the tank before they have repaired it, which basically renders the tank useless, and especially in multiplayer this can cost an enemy a flank, or even the entire game, because these tanks are quite valuable and they cost quite a lot of MP or money. And losing the main gun on a tank isn't only annoying because like cannot fire the gun, but it also takes quite a long time to repair. And the bigger the tank, the longer it takes to repair, and the main gun damage is just super annoying to enemies. Whereas on other tanks, like people tend to aim for Tiger turrets, I believe, but I myself don't like aiming for the turret. I just like aiming for the driver's hatch or the machine gun port, or I like aiming for the engine, or when it's a KV, I like aiming for the side of the turret. Another T-3485 incoming. We have a lot of red guards, but they're being held back by the Flak Panzer, which is just being crew injured again by the T-3485. The right side of the map is also under attack by a SU-122 self-propelled gun. The 122 M30 is basically a howitzer mounted on a tank. It's not going to do massive damage to a tank unless it doesn't direct impact, which this of course wasn't really. And the thing with the SU-122, it does take ages to repair, and the main gun is as you can see, is very vulnerable to attack and damage. Now, there is another IL-2 coming in. Okay, I just still my Pak-40 is still alive. I'm so scared it's going to be taken down. There comes a plane flying over, IL-2 with the rockets. Still alive. Somebody needs to take this guy down before he does another rocket attack on anything. At least he's still not like rocketed at a tank. Oh, the thing is, these planes in Men of War, personally, they are probably more dangerous, like crashing into tanks on the ground than actually bombing them. Because bombing stuff in this game with tank or planes is very hard. Crashing into a tank on the ground, on the other hand, is actually quite easy. And when I was playing this, I had pretty much like all of my tanks up on this hill. One IL-2 crashed into it, and I lost all 3 of my tanks at the same time. Not a big problem because my infantry could hold them back, and the defenses on the map, including the Yak Panther here on the left side, are quite powerful, and they held the flank like a champ. But it really was annoying to lose like all your tanks in just like one crash of a plane. This SU-100 has not seen me, and that was a nice ammo shot on the ammunition rack, blowing the tank up in one shot and rendering it completely useless, of course, because it's just now a burning wreck. The right side has been pierced. The T-3485 has just taken out the Panzer IV-H. The crew has abandoned the vehicle, and the right flank is kind of falling into their hands. Luckily, we have the Panther up here that's going to move up a little bit behind the hill. The Stug is just sitting here. I'm going to make him reload APCR, go through the building, and destroy the T-3485. That was close. Probably can reload faster than he does. Aiming for the turret hatch. There, engine damage. Went straight to the fighting compartment, killed the engine pretty much. Now we just have to... Oh, that's bad. So now we just have to pull back. Come on. Oh, the other T-34 is firing at me as well. Oh, okay. That was a nice trade. I did get a T-3485. I shouldn't have pushed too hard through the building. I did lose my Stug. There's a lot of infantry on the hill. Luckily, though, I have some infantry and an AT gun and a machine gun back here, including a sniper. This is going to be overrun very fast by the majority, like this massive Russian charge. The right side is now under heavy attack by the Russians. Luckily, my Panther will be able to easily clean up the little inconvenience, as I would like to call it, because that's what a Panther comes across, an inconvenient T-34-85. It's just been blown up in their first shot, because that's how Panthers roll. Maybe, actually, it could have been the Pak-40 here. I hope it, I'm not even sure. Was it the Panther? No, it wasn't even the Panther that fired. Oh, dang it. Also, people might not know what this is. It's just a Pak-40 on an emplacement. The set story about these is that they think they have a bigger range, or like a longer range. But the downside is that they can only turn like within this arc. So as you can see, it cannot turn outside the arc. So if one tank would attack from here or from here, this thing is useless. But it looks pretty cool, and I think the range is a little bit more on these ones. So that's why I like having them on the map. There's the Su-122 incoming again. It's firing on my Panther without success. I track damage it with the first shell. He actually gets me track damage as well, but of course he's using an HE shell, I'm using an AP shell. I'm going to start repairing that while trying to take out the Su-122. And there goes the main gun. So it's rather useless already, because the main gun is down and tracks are down, so we cannot pull back. Career injured, hull destroyed by the Panther. So in the middle of the map, or left side of the map, the Pak-40s are firing, one from the left side and one from the right side. He hasn't turned its gun towards either one of them, so he's vulnerable to the other one, if you know what I mean. So if he turns left, he's vulnerable to the right one. If he turns right, he's vulnerable to the left one. This is a very nice killing field. Of course, this only works against non-turret tanks. If a turret tank can just turn its turret, which still makes it a little bit vulnerable, but of course, one of these tanks has no armor on the sides. So thus making these one even more vulnerable to attack from the side. Now, my infantry, I don't know why this guy's not opening fire yet. You could just start opening fire, that'd be wonderful. I'm actually going to put this guy over. Can I put him in the... Can I put him in this thing? Yeah, I can actually do that. Probably giving him a better field of vision, which will allow him to fire more shots. Running away from that red guard there, almost getting hit by artillery or maybe even mines. Managed to run away though. I have my mortar set up here that's still firing pretty much every time. I'm gonna set the mortar up and then give it a sandbag wall protection. Aim right there. The sandbags go up. And let's start mortaring away. So the mortar is going to be very good at suppressing the infantry. That's a good hit with 2 kills. The T-34-85 that's coming on the left side is already being tracked, probably out of its range by the Pak-40, who's now just blasting away at its front. Of course, 90mm of armor isn't really that good when there's a Pak-40 firing, which as you can see, the turret has just been damaged right there in the turret ring. Try to aim for one of these hatches. Main gun is damaged. This tank is completely useless. Turret's damaged. Main gun's damaged. One of the tracks is down. One of the shots, one of the next shots will probably dig through it, or hull damage, or even hull destroy it. In the meantime, I'm going to try and get another flank shot from this side, perhaps, if that's possible. It is. Hull pierce, the tank is now empty, it appears wide on the map, it is repairable, but the Russians probably don't have enough time, because they only have 20 minutes to push through this side of the map to get to the train, or 20 minutes to push over this side of the map to get to the train. T-34 just got blown up, just sort of turret fly off this one. There's another Su-122 incoming with the 122mm howitzer gun. There's another Su-100 incoming on the left side. Pak-40 should be able to easily take this guy out with no problem whatsoever. Then again, as I said, he has to turn either one way or the other, and he cannot focus on both at the same time. Of course not, but he doesn't have a turret, so he cannot show his frontal armor to both of them. He has to show his side armor to one of the Pak-40s, which will allow the other one, which is not showing the frontal armor to take him out with relative ease. There's a Yak Panther up here with the 88mm KWK-43 gun. Funnily enough, the same gun as on the Tiger II, or the King Tiger, which probably is my favorite gun. Not so much the Tiger, I just love this gun. The KWK-43 is also the same as on the Pak-43. It's a very good gun with high penetration, high velocity, and it is probably one of my most favorite tanks in the war as well, the Yak Panther. I just love the looks. It's very fast. for a tank destroyer with like such a gun. It has the amazing firepower. Armor isn't too good, only 80 millimeters of frontal armor, but it's heavily sloped, as you can see. And for a tank this size, and it actually also has a machine gun, for a tank this size it is very fast. And it can easily relocate, and it's also it's not too big. I mean, it has, they could actually camouflage these quite well in a real war. So that's why this probably is one of my favorite tanks, together with the actual real Panther. So the Yak Panther and the Panther, both my favorite tanks. Here comes another T-34-85, left side. It's going to be eaten up by the two packs. The Yak Panther over here as well. There's a large, giant Russian graveyard of tanks. Already infantry dead or bleeding out. Pack 40s are aiming for the side of the T-34. Well, the T-34 is still out of range on both Pack 40s. Now, this seems like a very smart move, and now he's dead. It actually was a smart move, pushing the tank. There goes the hull, there goes the engine. Engine might burn up. They have to reband the tank because it was already hull damage. As you can see, it's a quite nasty two or three shots in the hull. This one probably being one that damaged the hull enough for them to have to abandon the tank and repair the gap. More infantry coming in. We have a SU-100 coming in on the left side, right side. Just a little bit too late to miss a show on the right side, where SU-122 just got set on fire by the Yak Panther or the Pack 40 on this flank. 18 minutes left. There is a SU-100 that's already the one coming in. The mortar is still firing. More infantry coming in. They're not giving up yet. More Red Guards, more SMG infantry. The Red Guards are quite good. They are the same as the Panzer Grenadiers for the Germans. They carry SMGs, they carry machine guns, they carry Molotov cocktails. Personally though, I prefer the Panzer Grenadiers just because they have the STG-44s, and of course the STG-44s are kind of the first assault rifle, which makes them the most deadly and accurate at longer ranges, especially comparing them to the PPSHs that the Russians carry usually, which are SMGs but aren't really accurate, like over a few, like maybe 100, 200 meters at max, I would say. It's because the recoil on those is very strong. Let's fire a mortar shell great at this cluster of Russian infantry, getting a couple of kills, hopefully annihilating some more with the next 2 or 3 shots. That was close. Trying to get these guys right here with the Red Guard. Ooh, that was close. Oh, that was dart hit. Okay, so we have another T-34-85 coming in. The flank is still quite secure. We're gonna actually pull up the Panzer IV on the left side. SU-122 is coming in. We have more infantry on the way on the right side. Now, this would be quite easy for the Russians, but the Pack 40's range and the penetration just mean that this is quite hard for Russians actually to get through here. And with the backup of a Panther on the right side and the backup of a Panzer IV, 2 Pack 40s, and this Yak Panther over here, it's going to be quite impossible for the Russians to break through, and we can probably rescue the civilians that are now boarding the train. Probably that's what the story said anyway. We can rescue the civilians that are boarding the train. We actually, if they make it through this line, which I highly doubt, of course, there's going to be another line of defense, which is this one, which has... Okay. It had a Allied Panther tank. It does have a Tiger tank. There's another Pack 40 over here. Let's say they penetrate that line, then there is another line with multiple machine gun nests, multiple tank traps, heavy artillery, more Pack 40s, whirlwind, or Flak 38 guns, another Pack 40, another Pack 40. There's a lot of stuff. Another Pack 40 back here. There's a lot of stuff to defend, and there's also the Flak 41 88mm gun, which is very good against armor targets. A T-34-85 will get a seriously damn good shrekking if one of these babies fires at it. Now the train is already at 50 minutes from departure. SU-100 is still moving in. T-34-85 on the right side. I'm actually going to pull back the Panther to the second line of defense. Or the third. You could say it's a third line. Oh no, that's just bad. Run! Oh wow. German elite Panther crew wrecking the T-34-85. That was pretty darn amazing. Can I get this guy a little bit back, as it was getting kind of hot over there. Left side, a lot of infantry, which means that they're not going to push. But if they do, they could easily outflank the Panther over here. So I just want to pull them back one line. Actually going to pull back the Panzer IV again behind the building to save them from kinetic energy. The Pak-40s over here are fine. The sniper over there is fine. The thing now is I have a lot more ammunition in the Pak-40s left, of course, which is good. There you go, hull damaged. T-34-85 incoming. There is another SU-122 on the right side. So basically, should be able to defend this quite well. We did lose the Stug there in the beginning, or well, I mean, not in the beginning, but like in the first 10 minutes, because I was just being a little bit too. Well, I was just a little bit too unforgiving and a little bit too, you know, like I was pressing it too hard. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have wasted the Stug because I cannot buy anything else. But it should be fine. Our Pak-40 still have 22 rounds of ammo. The other one still has a lot more ammo. The Yak Panther over here will probably shrek pretty much everything they throw up against it, because it just has an amazing KWK-43, which I already talked about in an extensive way. The sniper on the left side is still getting kills to take canals and take names. And here goes another one. Wow, that guy went flying, my lord. We have the mortar still firing. The machine gun on the right side is still up. We still have that Pak-40 up there as well. Probably... Does the machine gun have any ammo left? No, okay, it doesn't. So we're going to get the machine gun out of there. Or get the crew out of the machine gun, rather. Run them back and get the other machine gun and just do it again. I could get a truck and, you know, resupply the ammo. Don't really see the reason in doing that. So, because I pulled the Panther back there over in the right flank right now, and the problem is with doing that I cannot, they're probably not going to flank around the left side, but I'm going to have to pull these back into... I'm actually going to keep these guys in the trench. They're going to be fine. They're going to be just fine right here. Gonna just reload these guys because these have been firing. This is all the Panzer Grenadiers. This is going to be the elite line. We have a... Okay, with the Pak-40 over here. Yep. My machine gun over there. Is there a rifleman in this group? No. Okay, we're going to send one of these guys back to man his machine gun, just to be sure. The mortar's still firing. The sniper's just still killing people. This is not, his spot is amazing for the sniper. He's just seriously having a field day out here, just picking off everybody and everyone. Reloading the sniper. Let him aim for someone. Let's just aim for the SMG infantry. He just needs to stop moving, and he's going to be a good target for the sniper. There he goes. It's an elite sniper, I guess, because he's aiming very fast. Come on, get him, dude. Oh, stop moving. That mortar was very close to him. The tower MG is also firing at them, which is a MG-34 by the sound of it. That is. With the Pak-40 that's out of HE shells, but it still has 18 AP shells. The mortar is still firing away. We have 10 minutes left on the clock. The Pak-40 will easily kill another 2 to 3 T-34s or SU-100s. Hopefully he can kill it before this guy kills the tower. Come on, reload. Luckily though, anti-tank guns seem to reload faster than tank guns. This is very simple, and in a very simple reason. In a tank, you have a confined space. It's very hard to move around. Well, in the open, like, you know, in an AT gun, you have space to move around, which not only allow you to move more freely, but also allow you to reload faster, because you can, you know, do more stuff. It sounds very weird that way, but you just have more way to maneuver inside or outside of a tank than in a tank. That's why AT guns usually reload faster. Of course, the bigger the caliber, like a Stuart will reload faster than a Pack 43 heavy anti-tank gun because the shell's bigger. But if they're comparable shell sizes, like an 85mm versus the 75mm, the anti-tank gun will pretty much win every time because the shell size, because the area to reload is bigger and it's easier to do it as well. I'm gonna give this guy some sandbags just for the heck of it. I'm gonna have these guys move out of the area. Come on. There we go. And we're gonna have these guys just go back to the line and set up another machine gun. Or I could just get on the heavy... I could just get on one of these trucks and move them to the front and have the machine gunner do its job as well. That could probably work. I could also take ammo from the truck at the same time. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, we're gonna move this up front next to the Yak Panther. There's a T-3485 coming in again. Right says under heavy attack, the SU-120 just got set on fire. The engine just burned up, and there goes the ammunition load, blowing up the tank. Less than 10 minutes left on the clock. There's another T-3485 on the left side, T-3485 on the right side. Oh, right and left side. Let's see, we have the Pack 40 still firing its gun. HE shells abound. 71 shells still left. MP-44 is doing their job, picking off people at longer range. That's what they're made for. Of the half-track at the ready, firing its MG42 with the 7.92 machine gun. Pretty amazing gun. It fires 1200 rounds a minute, I believe, which is like 20 rounds a second, which is just superbly fast, a lot faster than the like the Japanese machine guns or the Russian DS machine gun, I believe it's called, the stationary machine gun in this game. This is probably one of my most favorite machine guns, not only for the damage and the accuracy, but also for the rate of fire and the sound. And I just love it. So this tank is tracked. I have 7 shells left. It's not a lot. But we have to pull this one, pull the infantry out of this AT gun soon because it's going to be running out of ammo. In a normal game, I would, you would just buy more ammo for the AT gun, but there's no ammo trucks to be bought. There goes the tank. Still have 5 shots left, 4 in the ammo and 1 in the gun itself. Which is still decent enough to kill at least 1 or 2 more tanks. 8 minutes left on the clock. Right says in our attack. Luckily, infantry over here is still manning it like a pro. We have the Panther back here. We have the elite Panzer Grenadiers with like 10 Panzer Fausts, all ready to just blow up everything that comes in their way. We have a lot of stuff here. We have a Ribblewind. We have more pack guns. This pack gun actually got taken down. That's quite bad. We have more pack guns, more flak guns, even self-propelled Hummel with a 150mm, which is a very heavy artillery piece. We have that. Is that the SU-100? SU-100's moving in. Selling up to Pack 40 is down of range. Come on. Reload. Reload. Was it a track damage? Oh, it's on this tank. Okay. It's going to move through these wreckages. I'm going to get a nice, perfect shot. Oh, that was a good shot. Crew injured. Crew is to take over other spots in the tank. Hull destroyed, taking the tank out easily. Less than 7 minutes left. T-3485 moving in with some more red guards and some more random infantry. Left side is under heavy attack. The gun only has 3 shots left, 2 in the ammo magazine and 1 in the actual gun itself. The SU-122 on the right side is moving up. Luckily, the Panther's going to make short work of this one because that's what Panthers do. They eat these tanks for breakfast. Track damage, rendering it almost... Oh, it actually did fire in my Panther, so it's rendering it pretty much useless. Getting a shot through the firefighting compartment, injuring the crew, and doing damage to the engine. That shot bounced off. Aiming for the gun turret, hopefully getting it with the next shot. Oh, or it just gets all destroyed, which basically renders the tank completely useless and, it's just a dead wreck anyway now. To the 45 on the right side, they just keep pushing, and that's certainly the Russians. They just keep pushing until you wasted pretty much all your ammo, and all you can do is just cry and fire HE shells instead of AP shells at the front of tanks. So, main gun damage, which is good. Last shell for the left side pack. Switching to APCR because there's nothing left. Probably in range, to be fair. It is in range. Okay, it's in range. We're going to move it up a little bit more. Actually, no, we're going to abandon this gun. We're going to abandon this gun. Get away. Run way back to base. And get in the other machine gun, or the other half-track. We're just run it up to the right side and just start peppering the road with machine gun fire. We have a machine gun still on the tower, 29, 28 mortar shells left. The sniper still in the bunker, low on ammo. Gonna run him back, get some more ammo for the last 5 minutes. We have all the infantry on the right side still holding the trench. We have more infantry in the middle holding that little sandbag wall. We have the Panther on the right side still being able to take out most of the opposition that came its way. Snipers running back. We have the infantry running back over here. We have the half-track still opening fire on pretty much all the infantry that pops out on the road. Very good way to keep infantry suppressed and beyond cover is just working on getting the machine guns on a sort of crossfire, which is happening with this guy firing, and the half-track firing its machine gun as well. Let's see, so we have the other truck now. I'm gonna get this guy some. Oh, that's a hollow ammo. He's not gonna use it like anytime soon. Now it's the hard task of getting back in the bunker. Batting Gek in the bunker. Almost said something super weird. Gonna move this truck over to this side. The Panther did lose a track. That's alright. We'll just have him repair. 4 minutes left on the clock. Infantry that moves up will get annihilated in half a second by the half-track. Other half-trackers are moving up to the right side. The train is almost going to leave the station, less than 4 minutes away. Last civilians should be getting on there right now. We're going to move this one up to the left side as well, because the Pack 40 did just fall off. Is it the L48? Okay, it is the L48. I figured it would be the L48. Let's see, there's a TT-45 coming in. Easy food for the Pack 40 and the Yak Panther still. Of course, we did lose the Stuke and we did lose the other Pack 40. Not so much to lose, but just because it had no more ammo. Can I get him back in there? I think if I get him back in there, it's going to be easy to reposition him. Yes, it is. There you go. 3 minutes left on the clock. Let's do this a little bit faster. We're just going to do this on fast motion. And hopefully we'll be able... More infantry coming in. More T-3485s. Another T-34... Oh, another SU-100 coming on the left side. The Panzer IV... Wow, that was just an explosion. One T-3485 just got blown sky high. We have Panzer Grenadiers on the right side doing their job. There's Puma. The Panther's still alive. Let's see, we have the machine gun back here. The machine... Oh, wow, what happened here? Oh. I'm not sure what happened here, but I guess the half-track like blown sky high by an explosion, and I don't know what happened, but it seems like it got blown sky high and he died, or it died. We're just going to repair the Panther with this infantryman because he's now useless. There's no more machine guns for him to man. Gonna repair that. We have 45 seconds left on the clock. We're gonna go back to normal speed. T-3485s, they know the battle's over. The train is not going to be caught in time. The officer in charge of the operation has done his job. Swastika exception. We have the Panzer IV up here that's still doing an amazing job. We have the Yak Panther up here that helped delivering victory to Germany this time around. The Pack 40s were definitely the MVPs. These guys all ran out of ammo because they've been firing their guns so much. We're going to run these back to the train station so they can resupply, rest, and get some more ammo. Also some food and water for the next battle. 7 seconds left on the clock. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there goes the train. Toot toot! Could he get on? Can he get on? No! Wait for me! No! Wait for me! Oh well. Try to get on a train, some sort of Indiana Jones style win. Well, that was a nice mission. The link is in the description if you want to play this one yourself. And if you think you can do better than me, make sure to comment and say something in make sure to say something in the comments if you like this video. And I hope to see you in the next one. This was Sherman. Ciao for now.